c'est compliqué, faut pas nous ajouter. Faites-nous ça nous payer, ou laissez rouler. Une viande positive, point sur un bon côté. Jamais attaqué négatif, moi dit, ou pas que regretter. Déjà vie là pas facile, pas fait inutile, ajouter problème ou pas besoin, ça pas pour rien, vie là les hauts et bas, faut nous accepter comme ça, manger nous la ça caille bien, toujours là nous pas nous rien, temps en temps nous capons, nous ni malais, mais si nous voyons comme ça, nous peut souffrir, nous peut pas calculer, tout ça qui caille passer, mais si nous gardez bien, c'est comme ça.
It's time to bring you the evening news right here on DBS Radio. Just before we head over to the news, just want to tell you that I want to say good evening to the good folks at Caribbean Alliance. Of course, powering up our evening news, or just before the evening news right here. Have you called Caribbean Alliance? If you've not given them a call, of course, pick up that phone and give them a call today. It's time to bring you the evening news right here on your nation station, DBS.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, a new chairperson has been sworn in to lead the affairs of the Trafalgar Shawford Falcani Village Council. In news from the region, CARICOM welcomes additional aid funds from Canada. And internationally, America's top diplomat says Ukraine partial ceasefire plan has promised. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow FastPay. 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow FastPay. Flow FastPay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
DBS News.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has urged the people of the Roseau Valley to seize the opportunities in the area to boost economic activities. His remarks came at the 10th inaugural meeting of the Trafalgar Shawford Falcani Village Council this afternoon.
The Roseau Valley has to continue to be an example to the rest of us of sustainable tourism and heritage tourism. Because the direct flights we're having, you see more tourists coming into the Roseau Valley, that's correct? More people coming in. And we need to position ourselves to multiply and quadruple the amount of money they spend that could help bring wealth and financial independence to all of us here in the Roseau Valley. And this is what we, the council, need to look at and to push along with what the Parliament is doing. And so waste management is crucial. The preservation of our culture, the protection of the environment are all crucial to our survival in the Roseau Valley. And we need to position ourselves. Because the investments that the government is making, whether it is through the extension of the runway at Douglas Charles, as a result, we have seen the introduction of a new flight from North America, United Airlines, coming in. And this flight is coming in full every Saturday. And with American Airlines not only having a daily flight, but 2 flights on a Saturday, people are coming to our country because of the investments that we're making and the commitment of you, the citizens of Dominica. And of course, the international airport is on track. It's about 8 to 9% ahead of schedule. And one can only appreciate the impact this airport will have on you here. So while the airport is in Wesley, very far from you, but you will be the major beneficiaries of the international airport.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Meantime, Shadina Seja has been sworn in as the new chairperson for the Trafalgar Shawford Forkani Village Council.
I am truly honored by the trust you have placed in me and my fellow councillors, and we pledge to serve you with dedication and integrity. Reflecting on my previous experience as Deputy Chairman 8 years ago, I recognize the unique challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. This role isn't just a position, it's a call to action, a call to unite our communities, to listen to every voice, and to work collaboratively towards our shared goals. Our villages are rich in history, culture, and potential. To harness this potential, it is imperative that we engage all members of our communities, our elders, who offer wisdom and guidance, our youth, who bring energy and innovation, and every individual who call these villages home. Together, we can create a vibrant, inclusive, and sustainable future.
New chairperson for the Trafalgar Shawford Forkani Village Council, Shadina Seja. Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. Irvin McIntyre, encourages the new council to collaborate with residents to address the challenges they face.
As leaders, you'll have to work closely with the people of this community to devise new, innovative ways to address the most pressing issues facing the people you serve. Councillors, you have taken an oath which says to serve well and faithfully. Those words should be your motto and guide you throughout your term of office. It has been recognized that service to mankind is not easy and is not going to be smooth sailing for you, but your success will very much be determined by your resolve in the effective and efficient management of difficult situations. Therefore, you must always remember that no one person has all the ideas and solutions to the problems of the community. Hence the need for a team approach in dealing with these concerns. I am sure you will agree with me that working together, we can achieve so much. I implore you to put aside political differences and all forms of negativity and pool your talents, energies, and resources towards the betterment of this community.
Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. Irvin McIntyre. The other members of the Trafalgar Shawford Forkani Village Council are Bobby Frederick, Marvin Hector, Kim Eli, Abrad Lee Jones, Deacon Larond, Janita Hector Charles, and Naya Bruno. In other news this evening, the Dominica Electricity Services DOMLEC says all systems have been put in place to accommodate customers ahead of a change in the pay-as-you-go no disconnection policy. Effective Saturday, March 29, 2025, the no disconnection policy will be applied only on Sundays. Manager of the commercial department at DOMLEC, Paul Moses, says the company has expanded its vendor base to improve accessibility to purchase power.
What we used to do was that on Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays, if a pay-as-you-go customer ran out of money in their wallet, we would disconnect them on Monday, when disconnection would start somewhere around 12 o'clock on Mondays. What we are doing now from the 29th of March is that we will disconnect on Saturdays and holidays. Only on Sundays we will not disconnect customers. For customers to understand that, they have to appreciate that the reason for not disconnecting on those days at the time was that we had no vendors around the island to purchase power. Customers only had the DOMLEC offices to purchase power. And it would have been unreasonable for customers to be disconnected on a holiday when there was nowhere else to go and buy when DOMLEC offices were closed. But presently we have a network, a wide network of pay-as-you-go vendors all across the island. We have about 123 pay-as-you-go vendors now Plus, there are online options to purchase power. So customers have greater access to topping up than they did before. So the reason for which the suspension was done no longer applies.
Moses says another factor for the policy change is the challenges being faced as a result of the long reconnection list on Mondays.
The other reason is that we have quite a number of pay-as-you-go customers. And on Mondays, what you find is because customers chose not to top up on Friday evening, they run out of power over the weekend and on a holiday, and there is a mad rush on Monday morning to top up. We have sometimes over 4,000 customers on a disconnection list, pending disconnection list. That is, if they were not to top up before 12, they would be disconnected. And that overwhelms the system. And because of that, many customers, after they top up, there is a long time before they are reconnected, and they call us. Sometimes our staff have to work in the evenings to accommodate them. So because of that problem that it creates, we had to relook at that decision we had taken many years ago.
Manager of the Commercial Department at Dominic, Paul Moses. The Dominica Agricultural, Industrial and Development Aid Bank is reporting a mixed performance for the financial year which ended in June 2024. The annual general meeting of the Aid Bank was held this morning at the State House Conference Center under the theme Investing for a Sustainable Future. Chairman of the Aid Bank, Martin Charles, says the issue of delinquency continues to pose a challenge for the financial institution.
For the financial year ended June 30th, 2024, the bank's financial performance was mixed. Though the bank's overall equity position and loan portfolio improved, we realized a marginal total comprehensive income. This was occasioned by a drastic reduction in interest rates, coupled with $35 million in loans given to about 12 customers between 2009 and 2012 who have not honored their commitment to the bank. We continue to be severely challenged by the increasing cost of funds borrowed from the international market. Due to the competitive environment in which we operate, the Aid Bank can ill afford to pass on these increasing rates to sub-borrowers, lest we be knocked off the market, the result of which is an ongoing diminishing interest rate spread. We will enhance our portfolio quality by pursuing all delinquent borrowers with vigor and persistency. Our aggressive recovery drive will continue, and we will again make an impassionate plea to all delinquent borrowers, all delinquent customers, to make good on your promise to pay.
Chairman of the Aid Bank, Martin Charles. In this evening's feature segment, we spotlight a Dominican-born author who won gold awards in 3 categories at the International Impact Book Awards. Her book, titled Ocean of Thoughts, was submitted in 3 categories: historical, music, and poetry. It won gold in each category, respectively. Rosaline Macklin is the accomplished author.
The International Impact Book Awards is an award program designed to recognize and celebrate exceptional authors from around the world, highlighting impactful stories across these diverse genres. So it's an award program that celebrates authors across the globe. I submitted Oceans of Thoughts after some lots of encouragement through other authors and educators to this program. And lo and behold, the books got gold awards in historical, music, in poetry, and this is the genre that different genres that I submitted the books in. For historical, I submitted for music and poetry. And yes, we got the gold awards for those categories. Being recognized for a book award, such as the International Impact Book Awards, feels like a profound validation of my work as an author. It's huge. It has raised my confidence level to the tops as a writer, as an author, as a writer in poetry, anthologies, as a writer in Caribbean history and literature. The most rewarding part of this whole process is to see that Oceans of Thoughts book series has been recognized and acknowledged by the International Impact Book Awards. My voice in poetry is being heard. My books are being read by everyone globally. And to me, this is the most fulfilling part of the journey, knowing that my work is being read globally. You know, the credibility that the Oceans of Thoughts is receiving at this time through this Impact International Book Awards. I mean, this is the most rewarding aspect of the journey, you know, and able to put Dominica on the map because I'm from Dominica.
Dominican author Rosalind McLean. And that's the National Focus, Regional and International Developments up next.
Fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. Fast pay, fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
Flow fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. Flow fast pay, flow fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
DBS News.
In news from the region, CARICOM has said it welcomes the announcement by Canada that it will be providing $24.1 million in funding to promote social action, empowerment of women, human rights, and security in the region. In a statement, the Guyana-based CARICOM Secretariat said that Canada's Minister of International Development, Ahmed Hussein, has also indicated during the recently CARICOM summit in Barbados that his country would be providing $38 million in new funding for several initiatives. It said these includes biodiversity governance, gender equality, recovery and reconnection efforts following the passage of Hurricane Beryl in 2024, and reproductive education. And internationally, America's top diplomat has said that he sees promise in Ukraine's proposal for a partial ceasefire to end the 3-year war with Russia ahead of talks in Saudi Arabia between U.S. and Ukraine officials. U.S. Secretariat of State Marco Rubio says while he is not saying that alone is enough, it is the kind of concession needed in order to end the conflict. Kyiv is expected to propose an aerial truce with Russia during the negotiations on Tuesday. Russia has previously rejected the idea of a ceasefire. And that's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next with Gavin Richards.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Well, good evening. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Evening Sports Report. Let's begin with some volleyball news as the defending Sports Division Secondary Schools Under 20 Girls Volleyball Champions, the Dominica State College, are through to the finals of that event as they cruise to victory over the Northeast Comprehensive in the semi-finals this afternoon at Windsor Park. Well, the State College took the game comfortably, winning 25-15, 25-22 and 25-12. Dominica State College coach is Cleavon Vidal.
Well, the overall thoughts on the game, the NECS team came with a fighting spirit in the first half. They were very hyped about the game, but they gave up in the second and the third quarter, which was very poor on their behalf. But I believe maybe the intensity from our girls, it just pushed their enthusiasm down.
Straight sets win, but are there any areas that's concerning to you heading into the finals?
Well, the passing for sure of the girls and communication, because that is where we lose most of our points. Their services was quite on point today, but just the miscommunication, we changed our setter. So we had a new setter for all three sets of the game, giving our setter a chance to hit outside, which we see that she's doing a better job doing. So we're looking at going into the game doing that, and maybe just communication, like I said, and then that will improve our game overall.
College are the defending champions. How hard is it, or how hard has it been, this journey to repeat as champions?
Well, it always had to stay at the top because everybody's coming hard at you. You just have to remain focused, remain to the cause, and the girls that are coming in over the years, they all want trophies, so that is just a plus for me in getting more and more trophies every year.
All right, you have a few days until the finals. What will be the message to the girls?
Well, the message to the girls, stay focused, stay hyped, keep your eyes on the prize and don't make anybody defeat you. And the only persons I always tell them that can beat them is themselves. So if you don't beat yourself on the court, then we'll always get the victory.
And that's the Dominica State College coach Cleavon Vidal. Meantime, State College captain Kelda Sorrendo says her team is quite impressive.
I am very happy with my girls. We came with a battle. NECS came with a battle also. And I had confidence in my team. I know my team would have show off and show out, and I'm just thrilled.
There was a bit of a lapse in the second set. You guys had a comfortable lead, and then Northeast Comprehensive came roaring back. What basically did you say to the girls at that point in time?
Well, we realized it had a gap in the game, so what we did, we changed around the game. We changed our setter. After we changed our setter, we realized that helped very much, and I told my girls to just focus because we wasn't really focusing on the court.
All right, coming up against the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School in the finals, you have a few days to prepare. What will be those few days like?
Well, I'll talk to my girls, we'll practice, we'll come with positive mindsets, and I will just tell my girls anything is just put our best foot forward, win or lose, but I'm waiting to see.
And that's the State College captain Kelda Sorrendo. Meantime, Northeast Comprehensive captain Godisha Joseph says her team were intimidated by the college before the match even got underway.
Well, for the most part, we weren't communicating enough. Secondly, I think we didn't have confidence in ourselves because we believe that because it's college, they will automatically win the game one time. Thirdly, our passes, but this is my last year playing volleyball. I was hoping to make a run for it, but circumstances. But I trust that the team after myself will try their best to do a better job than how we did this year.
Let's go back to the first set because the body language is a little bit off, from the team. So how difficult was it, to try to motivate the players?
I think the problem is our mentality. Like once we start the game and we realize that it's not going how we want it to go, then we will just shut down. So trying to talk to us about it and put words in to help us to elevate ourselves, from my point of view, I don't think it worked out well for much of us. Never doubt yourself before you actually get into the place that you are supposed to be in, because you don't know what the other team is capable of. Next thing you go there, you see that, we could actually beat that team, but because we were doubting ourselves, and that is the second time that has been happening to me, that the team is doubting themselves, and before they reach there, mood change, everything is a different vibes. When we reach there, we actually see that we can beat the team, but because we have already doubted ourselves in the past, then that just set the atmosphere of failure before us already. So just don't doubt yourself. Just go there believing you can do it. And when you go there believing you can do it, show that you can actually do it, because actions speak louder than words.
And that's the Northeast Comprehensive Captain Godisha Joseph. Well, the Dominica State College will meet the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School in the finals next Wednesday in the girls' division. Meantime, in the boys' division, the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School were there through to the finals as they coasted to a straight set win over the St. Mary's Academy at the ITSS hard courts in St. Joseph today. ITSS took the game 25-16, 25-16 and 25-20. The Isaiah Thomas Secondary School will meet the winner of Wednesdays at the semi-final match between the defending champions, the Dominica State College, and the Portsmouth Secondary School at Windsor Park. We're staying with volleyball news because there were wins for R&D, the Celtics, Young Vets, and Sunrise as the 2025 KFC National Volleyball League continued on the weekend. R&D beat the Zebians in straight sets 25-17, 25-11 and 25-17 in the women's division. In the other women's match on Saturday, Celtics got the better of the Acers in straight sets. As a matter of fact, the Acers had to forfeit that game. In the men's Division 1, the Young Vets, they beat the Celtics 3-1, 25-15, 9-25, 25-17 and 25-9. And in the Division 2 on Sunday, Club 1 got past Sunrise in straight sets, 25-17, 25-22 and 25-21. In the women's division, there was a win for Sunrise over Club 1 as they took that game 3-0, 25-12, 25-22 and 25-16. And in the men's Division 1, where Sunrise got the better of the defending champions Club 1 in a rematch of last year's finals. Sunrise took that game in a 5-set thriller, winning the game 19-25, 25-22, 18-25, 29-27, and the final set 15-12. Let's go to some cricket news now as the West Indies women's head coach Shane Dites is backing the ladies to qualify for the Women's Cricket World Cup. While the West Indies will play Bangladesh, Ireland, Pakistan, Scotland and Thailand in the qualifiers which get underway in Pakistan in April. The West Indies coach says that while the Windies face a heavy diet of spin while they will face a heavy diet of spin on the subcontinent, he has the confidence that the ladies will deliver.
Yeah, I think we're confident. I say we've got good spinners, and a lot of our batters, well, probably the four players that have done well for us in recent times. Haley, Deandra, and Chanel Henry are all in the IPL, so they didn't figure out the regionals, and they're all real good players to spin. And obviously, Kiana Joseph's done great for us recently and dominated a lot of spin bowling. She got injured in, I think, the first game. And then Stefani Taylor's just came back from injury and was a bit in and out, and this regional didn't figure much. So there's five of our top order who are real good players to spin. So going to the qualifiers, they're going to do the bulk of the batting, and I'm looking forward to seeing them get runs. But I think it's more the girls coming through, the ones on the fringes need to work on their playing. So for these qualifiers, which we're planning on now, and we'll leave pretty soon, we're confident we're going to play well against the spin attacks of those opposition teams, as we did against Bangladesh here, and we did against Pakistan last year. And then obviously our spinners have got a big job to play over there to get wickets, but ideally our quicks, get some wickets with the new ball first before our spinners come on, will put us in a really strong position, I think, if our quicks can do a job up front and get the opposition 2 or 3 down, and then the likes of Haley, Hafi, Rammers can come on and come on when the team's 2 or 3 down, will give us a real strong position in all those games.
And that's the West Indies women's head coach Shane Dites. In some more cricket news, 6 Indians have been named to the ICC Champions Trophy team of the tournament. Well, remember, India captured the Champions Trophy on Sunday, beating New Zealand in the finals. The ICC Champions Trophy team of the tournament also features 4 players from New Zealand and 3 players from Afghanistan. The team is being captained by New Zealand's Mitchell Santner. The rest of the team reads Rashin Ravindra from New Zealand, Ibrahim Zadran from Afghanistan, Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul from India, Glenn Phillips from New Zealand, Azmutala Omarzai from Afghanistan, Mitchell Santner, the captain from New Zealand, Mohammad Shami from India, Matt Henry from New Zealand, Varan Chakravarthi from India, and Aksa Patel from India as well. In some more cricket, the Windward Islands all-rounder Ryan John says he has to put the successes from the Windward Islands last match behind him and focus on doing it all over again as the Windward Islands get set for this week's round of matches in the CWI Regional 4-Day Tournament, where the Windwards are coming off an impressive innings win over the Leeward Islands on the weekend, and the Windwards will play Guyana in their next match on Wednesday. Well, Ryan John registered a maiden century and picked up a few wickets, was named the Volcanoes Lava Man of the match.
It's just about, putting the past behind as fast as possible and remembering that we take every day at a time. We start fresh again from the next training day, hitting the straps again, bowling the right lines and lengths, assessing the conditions that we're about to play in. And it's the same with the bat. It's just about refreshing and starting fresh. Let's go again.
Switching over to the team, I believe that this is the highest score that the Windward Islands team has ever made at this level. A very emphatic win. As a senior player in the group, how do you assess that all-round performance in this match?
Must give credit to the batting coach. He have believed in us. We have not been doing what we're supposed to do in terms of putting a sizable total on the board. But he believed in us, and he always give us extra. Whatever we need, we will get it from an outside perspective. So I must say that we're stepping in the right direction, heading in the right direction, and hopefully that we can continue. And the men on top as well can at least get something that they're looking for.
And that's the Windward Islands all-rounder Ryan John, taking us to the end of the DBS Evening Sports Report. Of course, we'll have some more sporting highlights for you tomorrow morning during the major morning news package. But that's the news and sports. You heard the news of Leila Langford on behalf of the entire news and sports department, and of course, our links person DJ Halo Boy, Gavin Richards saying good evening.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.